And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobley Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling State University Lady Tigers getting ready to take on Prairie View A&M University. Hey, and don't forget that, again, the Southwestern Athletic Conference Tournament will be in Birmingham, Alabama, coming up in March, so you don't want to miss that. As a matter of fact, we're looking at just about 4 weeks away. The semifinals will be at the home sites on Tuesday, March the 12th, and then on the 14th and I should say 15th and the 16th, they will be on the campuses, or they'll be in Birmingham, Alabama. All right, now time to look at the starting lineups for the Prairie View A&M Lady Panthers and for the Grambling State University Tigers. And first of all, let's look at Prairie View A&M University. As Donovan told you, 8-4 right now in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And this is a very talented ball club led by Sandy Pugh. They will start number 5, Shayla Dobbins, a 5'6" senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Aaron Willis, a 5'4" redshirt senior from Houston, Texas. Dominique Newman, a 5'7" junior from Manassas, Virginia. Kiesha Williams, a 5'9" junior from Bryan, Texas. And Artavia Ford, a 6'3" senior from Fort Worth, Texas. Actually, Artavia Ford is a transfer from Texas Southern University going over to Prairie View A&M. And now for the Grambling State University Tigers, of course, they'll start their usual characters. Shakala Hill, the 5'7" senior from Little Rock, Arkansas. Justice Coleman, a 5'10" sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Jasmine Boyd, the 5'8" senior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And then, of course, they will start Malaysia Yancey, the 5'10" junior from Ashburn, Georgia. And they will start number 25, Madison Connolly Banks. And she is a 6'1" junior from Kettering, I should say, Ohio. Last time out, Donovan, we saw this. We saw quite a few teams, or quite a few players that got in foul trouble, and a couple fouled out of the ball game.
Absolutely. You talked about foul trouble. 2 fouls on your key players in Jasmine Boyd and Chicago in the first quarter at that. So you definitely have to cut down on the fouls because those are the type of players that you're going to need later on in the game.
Just about ready to start here between these two teams. And as if you're watching on GSU TV, you can see Yancey coming on out there, and she has been a key player for this Grambling State University basketball team. Of course, in the game against Texas Southern University, she had 7 points and 4 rebounds in that game. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on redpeachsports.com for tonight's ball game. And we're just about ready to start here between these two teams. Grambling in the gold and black, and Prairie View in the road purple with gold numerals and white letters. And we are underway here on the campus of Grambling State University. First shot up, no good, and coming down with the rebound, Justice Coleman. Justice Coleman had a good night. She had 15 points in the ball game against Texas Southern. Yancey with the basketball out high on the right side. Now to Jasmine Boyd. Boyd now getting it to Yancey. Shot up, no good. And it is grabbed by Prairie View A&M University, and that's Ford with the rebound. Underway here in Grambling, Louisiana. Next game for the Lady Tigers will be on the road against Jackson State. 3 in a row on the road. Shot up, no good. Blocking foul will be charged. Looks like to Connolly Banks. And that'll be her first personal. It's going to be a shooting foul. And Donovan, this was a song that we heard a lot on Saturday night.
Don't want to give players in foul trouble, especially in the first quarter. So I expect Prairie View to attack the basket early on and often, but they're going to have to be smart when it comes to fouls, Grambling will.
On the line for Prairie View A&M University is Shayla Dobbins. She's a transfer from Garden City Community College. She hits both free throws. It's 2-0, Prairie View A&M on top. Kyla Hill with the basketball, driving, shot up, no good. Ball is on the floor. Yancey went for the rebound, still on the floor, and it will be a jump ball. Possession goes to Grambling. This is the final home Monday night basketball game for the Lady Tigers. They'll have one more Monday night road game, and that's against Mississippi Valley in 2 weeks. their next doubleheader after the road trip. Oh, got a stoppage of play. Not sure if they're looking at the time or the shot clock. They're looking at the shot clock. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Chicago Hill gets the ball off of the inbound pass. Now to Justice Coleman. Nice head fake just inside the three-point line, and she gets the bucket.
Nice shot. Better head fake by Justice Coleman to get the Tigers on the board now.
Tied at 2, 8:35 remaining here in the first half of play. That's going to be an offensive foul charge to Prairie View.
That was Conley Banks that was in position to draw that charge. If they're going to attack, you need to be in position to have those charge fouls because ultimately that's going to get their players in foul trouble, not yours.
Aaron Willis with the offensive foul. That'll be her first and the team's first.
Here comes Prairie View with full court pressure.
And Sandy Pugh known for putting on full court pressure. Nice fake by Justice Coleman. She got it blocked out of there by the big girl, Artavia Ford. And now here comes Prairie View. Tied at 2. Prairie View with the basketball. Now controlling. That's Williams. Left side over to Newman for a three-pointer. Up no good. And the rebound by Chicago Hill. Hill with a floater that just goes awry, and it comes back to Prairie View A&M University on the rebound. Out of bounds, and goes back to Prairie View. Into the Lady Panther lineup will be Sierra Shepard and also Mariah Campbell. Campbell to give them a little bit of size, 6'2" on the inside. Campbell with the ball out high. She's defended by Conley Banks. Bounce pass to Williams. Now she gets it back to the guard, and that's going to be Dominique Newman. And a turnover. Here comes Jasmine Boyd. Boyd with the shot up and good. Her first 2 points of the ball game, and it's now 4-2, 7:15 remaining here in this first quarter of play from the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center.
Defense translates to offense, and that's exactly what happened right there as Conley Banks was able to get the steal and get it out to a ball handler in Jasmine Boyd to take it all the way.
Nearly a turnover. Prairie View gets it back. Three-pointer up on the way by Dobbins. It's up. It's no good. And Chicago Hill with the rebound. Out to Yancey. Yancey takes the baseline. Turnaround jumper. Up. No good. And it's going to be a foul against Conley Banks. She was over the back. And that'll be her second personal. She had two fouls early on in the game against Texas Southern. Now she has to come out of the game. And now she'll have to come out for Jasmine Forte. Conley Banks has really played some impressive basketball lately. She's really improved her game quite a bit.
Definitely has been stepping up to the plate when her name has been called, and she's in foul trouble, a little bit of foul trouble now, but other times she has been very good as far as defense and offense.
Grambling with the basketball. I should say Prairie View with the basketball. Dobbins gets it off to Campbell. Big shot by the big girl. And now Grambling's going to have to switch their defense up a little bit to go out there and guard her. She's 6'2", but looks like she can shoot a little bit. Here's Justice Coleman with the shot up and good. Coleman picking up where she left off. She had 15 in the game. Tied for the team high with Chicago Hill. She has 4 now to lead the team. And it's going to be a foul coming up on Grambling. And that's going to be on Yancey. That'll be her first personal.
This isn't what I'm shocked about at all that Prairie View is doing. They're taking the ball to the inside, attacking the inside, forcing them to get fouled almost pretty much because everybody is out of position to take a charge. So when you attack, they really have no choice but to foul you because you don't really have a lot of size on the inside Grambling does. They only have 6'1" and 6'3", those are the only two, and even then they have to rotate in and out on the court.
Second free throw up and good. And now coming into the Lady Panther lineup is going to be Jordan Penniman from Moreno Valley, California.
Full court pressure, that ball is batted out of there, but it will stay right here with Grambling. With 28 seconds left on the shot clock.
We're tied at 6.
Ball saved by Yancey.
Yeah, that was a good save, as a matter of fact. And they're going to call traveling on Yancey. Six to 6 are scored. Grambling and Prairie View tied up. Long shot on the way up, no good. Rebound by Prairie View. Grabbing it is Newman. Going back up and getting the bucket. And a foul on Prairie View.
That's going to be against Dominique Newman.
Well, she got the bucket and then picked up a foul. And now coming into the Prairie View lineup is Shayla Dobbins.
Also coming to the game for Grambling is Ariel Williams. You see her shoulder is taped up. She injured that shoulder on Saturday, actually.
Yeah, and she really was in a lot of pain when she came out of the ball game. And as a matter of fact, we didn't see her the rest of the ball game.
As soon as she came out, she just went right behind the bench and was never seen.
And a nice pass from the floor by Justice Coleman. Ariel Williams going in and getting the shot. Boy, impressive exchange there. And Ariel Williams eventually getting the shot underneath the goal.
See the ball just scrappiness from both teams. Grambling wanted it more, and they're able to put up a second chance shot. And a nice move there inside by Campbell for Prairie View.
And she gets her second bucket of the ball game. She now has 4 points.
Prairie View coming with that full court pressure.
And it's going to be a turnover here.
And then a foul.
Foul against Grambling, it looks like. And it's going to be on Justice Coleman.
That's going to force Takara Parsons to come into the game.
And we have immediate timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Lady Tigers trailing 10-8. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to Grambling Basketball on RedPeachSports.com and watching live on GSU TV.
This is amazing.
Yeah, the sound system is amazing.
No, the choreography. Those are some moves.
Should we stop them?
Oh no, you never stop a mascot mid-dance. Just let him work it out.
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling State University Lady Tigers. Right now trailing Prairie View A&M by the score of 10-8, and Centoria Black along with Donovan Travis for tonight's ball game. And we all know how important this game is. Both teams with 8 wins. Both teams need a victory in order to try to keep on top of the top 4 positions in the conference, because we all know how hard it's going to be come conference tournament time. And you know, if you can get a home game on that Tuesday without having to travel, it really helps you, because just imagine if this were a 4-5 matchup, Grambling was the 5th seed team, they'd have to go to Houston Tuesday and then all the way to Birmingham on that Thursday, on that Friday, and Chicago Hill scoring the bucket.
Kyla Hill just off to the races all by herself.
And a three-pointer on the way by Shayla Dobbins on the other side from the right side of the floor. And Shakala Hill with the basketball. She goes up, nowhere near the goal, but a rebound and a putback. Jasmine Forte getting the bucket. And Forte gets her first 2 points of the ball game, and now coming into the contest. Well, momentarily you'll have a few coming into the Prairie View lineup. Going to have number 32, Jaira Cobb, the 6'3 sophomore from Fort Worth. And rechecking back into the ball game will be number 20, Kiesha Williams.
Also checking back in the game for Prairie View is Aaron Willis, and Cameron London has checked into the game for Jasmine Boyd for Grambling.
Shot is up and good. And that's going to be by Williams. Kiesha Williams with her first 2 points of the ball game. Pass inside to Forte. She gives it up to Kara Parsons, and a nice steal by the big girl on the inside, but she couldn't hold on to it. Cameron London comes away with the basketball. And a foul coming up. No, it goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Grambling.
Ball was almost coming our way.
Yeah, got to be careful. This time it hit one of our newspaper reporters, Corey, over on the other side, Corey Diaz from the News Star, who's joining us here this evening.
He had some good awareness, though. He was good.
I've seen those balls fly to press row. End players, it's not fun.
Not at all.
Shakala Hill with the basketball, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Shakala Hill with the shot up, no good, and the rebound by Prairie View coming away with it is Shayla Dobbins. Dobbins down the left side, now looking back towards the middle, and she gets the ball to the point guard, Aaron Willis. Willis back to the big girl. That's going to be Cobb. Now to Williams. Three-pointer on the way up and no good by Dobbins. Rebound by Cobb. Cobb now has the ball inside looking. Going up for the scoop shot, no good. And Shakala Hill with the rebound for the Grambling Lady Tigers. Shakala Hill going in for the shot, no good, no foul call. And here comes Prairie View A&M. Dobbins with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way up, no good. And Grambling comes up with the basketball. Cameron London now with the basketball right side, looking to the inside. Nice job inside to Shakala Hill. Good fake. She goes up for the shot. Good. Well, Shakala Hill had to work for that bucket, but she got it. 14-12, Grambling on top. A minute 37 remaining in the first quarter of play.
Coach Murray actually wanted a timeout after that bucket, but the refs weren't paying attention to him, so he did not get it.
Players getting ready to check into the ball game here momentarily. Three-pointer on the way up, no good. Prairie View having some problems there. That time Chelsea Toole couldn't hit it, and now in and out by Cameron London with 1:04 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Both teams trying to shoot the three and not getting any results so far. Controlling the basketball is Aaron Willis. And a steal by Shakala Hill. Hill is in the open floor. She's all alone and gets the easy bucket. And it's going to be a timeout by Grambling, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. And Coach Murray, I think, is one of that timeout to really kind of talk about the defense on the other side, making sure that they don't get any shots. Now, Prairie View's been putting up shots, but so far, Donovan, they really haven't been putting in anything has been really going in.
They actually have been putting up shots that have been lightly contested, if anything else. So the fact that they're not falling is actually very much so in the favor of Grambling.
Absolutely. 16-12 our score. Grambling is on top. 46 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play from the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. A few Prairie View fans have made it over to Grambling for today's ball game, and quite a few of them traveled to Jackson and then making it over this way. And Texas Southern, of course, brought quite a few more fans because it was Saturday night. Controlling the basketball now for the Lady Panthers. It's going to be Shepard. Now three-pointer on the way by Toole, and this one is good. Chelsea Toole with her first bucket of the ball game is 16-15. 24 seconds remaining on the clock. Shot clock has been turned off.
Grambling looks like they're about to play for the last shot now.
And defending is Sierra Shepard, a senior from Jacksonville, Florida. She actually transferred from North Florida University, stayed with the team. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Good! Shakyla Hill hits the three-pointer. 9 points so far on the evening for the senior. And we'll take this timeout here. 19-15 our score. We'll take this timeout. Grambling Tigers on top. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and listening and watching live on GSU TV.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Basketball coming up. Prairie View will have the ball out of bounds on the sideline here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Grambling on top 19-15. Glad you could join us on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and live on GSU TV. Shot is up and good. Shepard with that last basket for Prairie View. Grambling with a quick shot, up no good, and here comes Prairie View. 19-17, Grambling on top. Sierra Shepard getting the ball off. Now Tolbert also in the ball game, the 5'7" freshman from Orlando. Williams with the basketball, kicks it out, up no good.
Off the side of the backboard.
And Newman didn't have a shot at that one, and now Grambling has the basketball. Oh, she tried to get it inside to Takara Parsons. A little bit too much mustard on the ball, and now coming back into the ball game for Prairie View will be Jordan Penniman, the 5'8" senior from Moreno Valley. So quite a few seniors on this team here for Coach Sandy Pugh. Brought over an assistant coach from Southern University with her.
When you have a lot of seniors, that brings experience. So it's good to have a good balance of youth as well as people with experience.
And that shot is up and good. Three-point basket, by the way. And that three-pointer credited to Tolbert. Tyler Hill with the basketball. Grambling trailing now 20-19. 8:39 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Cameron London now with the basketball. London drives, shoots. It's blocked out of there by Prairie View, and coming back on the other side, the Lady Panthers. And that's going to be a jump ball. Oh, they're going to call a foul.
Call blocking foul first.
I thought they were going to call jump ball.
She signaled jump ball at first, but then she changed her mind, and now it's a blocking foul.
So it's going to be a foul, and this one's going to be credited to Kendriana Washington. Prairie View's ball out of bounds. Washington, that's her first personal. First team foul of the quarter. 8:21 remaining in the first half of play now. 20-19, Grambling trailing by 1. Driving is Artavia Ford. No basket. They say the foul is on the floor. No basket.
That's going to be against Shekyla Hill. Her first.
Prairie View basketball. And Artavia Ford looked like she traveled a mile.
It's okay because Grambling gets the charge there. Had 2 people in position for that charge.
Artavia Ford picks up her first foul. It's the first team this quarter for the Lady Panthers. And now Grambling with the basketball. Traveling violation. And it goes back to Prairie View. Prairie View now with the basketball. Controlling it is Sierra Shepard, the senior from Jacksonville. Now she gets to Artavia Ford. Ford with the shot up, no good. Rebound by Tolbert. Tolbert now back to Penniman. Penniman driving. It's blocked out of there. Nice block by Washington, and she has the ball, gives it up to Cameron London. London now, oh, she tried to get it on the other side. It'll be an offensive foul charge to Grambling, and this time it's going to be London on the foul. That'll be her first personal. A little bit out of control coming down the floor. Coming in for Prairie View is going to be 22, Chelsea Toole. Also Mariah Campbell coming in. Newman also in the ball game for Prairie View A&M.
Looks like Jasmine Boyd is about to check back into the game.
And coming up with the basketball is Williams. Penniman now with the basketball, top of the key. Now she gets it off to Toole. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And the rebound and the putback up and no good by Williams. This time up and no good by 22, and that's Toole. And Toole loses control of the basketball, and coming down with it was Campbell. Campbell down to Penniman, and they'll start things off again with a fresh clock. Now 19 remaining on the clock, 6:38 remaining here in the first quarter of play. 20-19, Grambling trailing. Thought about the three-pointer there, and that's going to be Toole with the bucket. Toole has 5 points. Thought about the three-pointer, gave a head fake, drove the baseline. Washington gives it up to Shekyla Hill. Now to Cameron London. Three-pointer on the other side, up no good, and blocked out of there. Prairie View has the basketball. Penniman doing a great job blocking out Washington. And a steal. Shekyla Hill coming up with the basketball. Hill going in and getting the easy bucket.
Shekyla Hill does that so well. She stays back. Everybody else is somewhat lackadaisical, and she just comes right from behind and able to swipe it away. And she's already on the run, so everybody else has to shift their momentum. But by that time, she's already at the basket.
And that's her third steal of the ball game. Three-pointer on the way by Penniman, up and no good. That's going to be a traveling violation on Prairie View. Williams actually went up for the ball, and she fell down with it. That's a travel. And now Jasmine Boyd coming in to the ball game. Takara Parsons in the ball game as well.
Washington and Forte are going to have a seat. Also for Prairie View, that's number 20, Williams. She's going to check out of the game.
Jasmine Boyd with the basketball. Had to go up and get that one from the pass from Takara Parsons. And a steal. Actually, it's a turnover by Grambling. Up and no good. Dobbins with the shot again, no good after the rebound by Williams. And here comes Grambling. 22-21, Grambling trailing. Here is Cameron London. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And the rebound by Toole for Prairie View A&M. Toole gives the ball up to Aaron Willis. Willis to Campbell. Now to Willis. Back top of the key now in between the circles to Dobbins. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Now over to the point guard, Willis. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Justice Coleman with the rebound. Gets it over to Jasmine Boyd. Boyd goes up for the shot, no good. And the rebound by Boyd. Gets her own shot, goes up, gets the bucket.
Count that baby and a foul.
Jasmine Boyd gets the bucket. We have a timeout on the floor with the score Grambling on top 23-22. And the foul is going to be charged to Willis. We'll take a timeout here. That's her second personal timeout. Grambling on top 23-22. We'll be right back.
Legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Grambling Tigers, 23-22, Grambling on top. Donovan Travis, Santoria Black bringing you today's ball game. It is the final Monday night home game of the 2019 season. And it's kind of funny, Donovan, we're talking about this is the final Monday night home game. And man, we're talking about the tournament starting here in just a few weeks.
Jasmine Boyd, she completes the three-point play as we are back in action, and a charge going to be called on Prairie View.
Is that going to be Toole that's going to get that foul?
Looks
Yep,
like
that's going to be Toole. That's her first personal. Now it'll be Grambling basketball once again. They're up 24-22. Nice cut by Jasmine Boyd. You could hear Coach Murray talking about cut hard across the lane.
Great pass, bounce pass by Takara Parsons right there.
Traveling violation, and it goes back to Grambling. They're putting on a little bit more pressure. Takara Parsons in the ball game for the Grambling Lady Tigers.
See Kiasha Williams come in for number 3, Sierra Shepard for Prairie View.
Grambling with the basketball, up 26-22, 3:44 remaining first half, and Grambling turns the ball over. Nice pass. Toole with the three-pointer up, no good. Oh, nice tip And the putback by Keasia Williams. And controlling the basketball for Grambling is going to be Candace Paramore. 5'7" freshman from Garland, Texas. It goes out of bounds off of Grambling back to Prairie View. 3:23 remaining first half of play. 26-24 our score. And that was just a bad turnover by Grambling.
See Grambling just going with a just about all guards lineup again. We saw a little bit about this on Saturday.
Campbell with the basketball, now to Toole. Newman, now back to Campbell. Left side to Williams. Keasia Williams putting the ball on the deck, now to Neely. Drive by Williams, now a three-pointer on the way up and good. You got to call that one. Campbell hitting a three-pointer, 6'3", shooting from deep. And now Prairie View is up 27-26. 2:42 remaining here in this first half of play. Shot up and good.
Friendly roll for Ariel Williams on the inside.
It's her first bucket of the ball game.
They're still coming with that full court pressure. Grambling is. Prairie View breaks it, passes, but it's thrown away. Prairie View still recovers. Threes up and
good.
Just about every part of the rim for Prairie View.
And once again, that's going to be Campbell. Second three-pointer. She already has 10 points.
30-28 now is the score with less than 2 minutes to go in the half.
And the ball is tipped. Prairie View comes up with the basketball, up 2 points. Shot up, no good by Newman. The rebound and the putback is good.
That's Neely for Prairie View getting the board and the putback.
Neely with her first 2 points of the ball game. And it's now 32-28. Grambling trailing by 4. Minute 25 remaining in the half. And that's going to be a turnover. Pass was intended on the inside to Paramore. And a timeout Prairie View. 32-28, 119 remaining here in this first half of play. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk a little bit about the Southwestern Athletic Conference and what's coming up in the conference. And did you watch any of the All-Star game yesterday?
I was able to watch a little bit. I wasn't necessarily impressed. I know for a fact, though, 167 three-point shot attempts.
We'll talk about that later. So what you're saying is defense wasn't really a concern in this ball game.
It never really is.
Talk about that at halftime. 32-28. I don't know which All-Star game is the worst right now. Pro Bowl is NBA All-Star game. If you like offense, it's all right.
Yeah.
Hockey is decent.
Hockey, I think, is a little bit more fun.
Yeah. Baseball, a little bit more on the line.
They actually play for, something to be played for later.
And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to Grambling.
Nice hustle to hit the deck as Ariel Williams comes up with it.
Grambling with the basketball.
Jasmine Boyd with the hop step. Not enough on it as Prairie View comes back down the floor.
And the drive on the baseline. Nice job on the baseline by Dobbins. And a shot up and no good. Campbell with the rebound. 24 seconds remaining into the first half of play. And this is the last few minutes of this first half has been all about Prairie View A&M.
Something just clicked when they were over there on the bench, and they've not let up since.
Out of bounds, Prairie View basketball. .7 remaining. Ten seconds remaining. With the basketball right now is Newman. The drive, the shot. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to Prairie View with 1.3 remaining. That was good defense by Grambling, not allowing that drive in the shot.
Great defense. Dobbins trying to take it in amongst 3 people in yellow shirts and jump ball. That was a good defensive stand by the Grambling.
Now coming into the ballgame for Prairie View, and it's going to be Artavia Ford, and that's just to give a little bit more presence on the inside as far as size. They're trying to get a shot before the end of the half. 1.3 remaining in the first half of play. And a three-pointer on the way up. No good. We're at the half. With the score, the Grambling Lady Tigers trailing 34-28 at the half. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Grambling Basketball, the Grambling Sports Radio Network, and, of course, you're watching live on GSU TV. course, both teams now back on the floor. We're ready to go over to Reagan Higgins for the report.
This is Reagan Higgins with GSU TV, and it is Greek night here in the Frederick C. Hobley Assembly Center. The Lady Tigers are doing very well with taking advantage of their points in the play and also taking advantage of transition. However, the Lady Panthers are doing a good job, and their bench players are stepping up because they are now having 24 of their points coming from those players. The Lady Panthers are now second in the SWAC conference, but with the Lady Tigers slowly following behind. The Lady Tigers have to do better in transition, and the bench players have to step up and do better offensively. The score is now 34-28, and we are going into the third quarter. Back to you, Santoria.
All right, thanks a lot, Reagan. And you start looking at these stats. One of the things that kind of pops out at you right away, rebounding. 24-16 in favor of Prairie View. They heated up a little bit more in the second quarter. Both teams hitting 13 shots. Grambling 13-31, Prairie View 13-35. Still really not a lot of free throws in this contest.
She talked about it, though. The bench is going off right now for Prairie View, having 24 points to only Grambling 6. So if they want to last, the bench is definitely going to have to step up for Grambling.
And Yancey with the shot. Well, she needed that one. 2 early fouls. Lady Tigers. Shot up and good. And that basket, of course, by Ford, and it goes out of bounds back to Grambling. Kyla Hill has passed Sharika Evans for second all-time in steals with 461. Yancey loses the ball, and it looks like Shekinah Hill comes away with it, though.
5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Boyd, three-pointer on the way. Good. Needed that three-pointer. 36-33. Ford gives the ball up. Ford going inside, and they'll call a blocking foul. And if that's on Conley Banks, that's going to be 3.
Going to keep attacking her on the inside, so she's definitely going to have to be very careful and focus on her positioning.
You know, I thought she had pretty good positioning, you know, on that particular drive. But yes, she moved that right foot just a little bit to where she didn't have her position set. Free throw by Ford is up and no good. One more opportunity at the line.
Rashid always said the ball don't lie. So
No, it does not. 36-33, Grambling trailing. 8:35 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Justice Coleman. First 2 free throws, by the way, those are the first free throws missed tonight by Prairie View. They were 4 for 4 up until that point. Now 4 for 6. Nice by Jasmine Boyd going in, faking, and then cutting to the basket. Nice assist by Justice Coleman. It's now 36-35, Grambling trailing by 1. Inside to Ford. Ford gets the ball knocked out of her hands, and here comes Jasmine Boyd. Skylar Hill to Yancey. Yancey almost couldn't control it, missed the shot. She recontrols the basketball. They'll call it jump ball, possession to Prairie View.
Yancey just couldn't handle it on the inside. Shot it generally from her hip, and sure, she was able to get it back, but she brought it down, and it just wrapped her up.
Prairie View with the basketball, 36-35, Grambling right now in control. Oh, they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Prairie View. Back to Grambling. Nice defense there by Justice Coleman.
Smart, not fouling, getting right to the ball.
Yancey comes away with the ball after the chance was taken. Coleman thought about the shot, then she hesitated, went back up for the shot, no good. Justice Coleman gets the foul, her second. Takara Parsons in the contest now. Nice job. Takara Parsons doing a great job, as it looked like Williams was trying to spin towards the paint. Takara Parsons were able to put her hands right on the basketball.
Excellent job by Takara Parsons, forcing the jump ball right there. Not fouling, keeping her hands on the ball. Now possession arrow goes to Grambling. The lone person pressure on Shekyla Hill, full court by Aaron Willis.
Oh, and she's really got some good defense. But right there, Jasmine Boyd. Boy, what a job by Jasmine Boyd and Shekyla Hill.
That's now 14 points for Jasmine Boyd.
Bounce pass on the inside. Shot up, no good by Williams, and Grambling coming away with the basketball. Shot up, no good by Grambling, and coming away with it is Prairie View. And Willis will draw the foul. Parsons will pick up her foul. Prairie View basketball out of bounds. Got a couple of players getting ready to check in here, Donovan.
Cameron London's going to check in for Grambling. And that looks like it's going to be Tolbert for Prairie View. Nope, excuse me. That's actually number 2. That's Pennyman. As London checks in for Yancey. Pennyman is going to come in for Aaron Willis.
38-37 the score, 6:41 remaining here in this third quarter.
Still lone person pressure on Shekyla Hill, but this time it's going to be Pennyman on her.
Shot up by Justice Coleman, up no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Ooh, they say it was off of Grambling, back to Prairie View. Yes, okay, now it goes back to Grambling. I was going to say, wait a minute, looked like the purple touched the ball.
I was about to say, purple was definitely right in front of the ball right there.
Officials help each other, too. Nice bounce pass to Shekyla Hill. It's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, possession of Grambling. Nope, possession Prairie View. Prairie View with the basketball, 38-37 the score. 6:13 remaining here in the third quarter. Halftime score was 34-28. So not a lot of scoring by Prairie View. Oh, near travel there. Three-pointer up and on the way, no good. Shekyla Hill with the basketball. Oh, she had it taken out of her hands by Shepard. And she had it taken out of her hands by Justice Coleman. Out to Shekyla Hill. Hill going up for the shot. Good.
Count that, baby, and a foul.
Shekyla Hill in double figures now. She has 13 points. And she's going to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play the hard way.
That foul is going to be on Sierra Shepard. That's her first.
Team's first.
You see Shepard responding to heckling fans.
Yeah, you know, if you're a player, you really don't want to get into it with the fans.
I mean, when it's so hard when fans single you out.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, sometimes you expect players to respond in some way, shape, or form. I don't expect her to respond too much, too often, but.
Now coming into the ball game is Dominic Newman. Free throw up and no good. Near steal. Nice defense set up there by Takara Parsons.
Triple team.
Dominique Newman. Oh, nice job on the pass. Up and in. Good transition basketball. Williams with the bucket. And Justice Coleman with the shot.
Right back at you, says Grambling.
Williams once again. Shot up. Good. She's got 8 points now. 8 points for Keisha Williams. London now to Justice Coleman. Shot from the right elbow. Up good. And now Justice Coleman has 8 points. Now with the basketball. Penniman. Penniman to Williams. Williams looking on the inside. Back out to Penniman. Good switch there on defense. And they're going to call a foul there on Grambling.
Looks like that foul is going to be on
Justice Coleman. It was on Coleman. That's her third. Media timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 43-42. Grambling on top. 4:28 remaining in the third quarter play. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Lady Tigers on top 43-42, 4:28 remaining here in this third quarter of play. 28-22, Prairie View in the rebounding. Jariah Cobb in the ballgame now for Prairie View. Williams driving, and now a three-pointer on the way up, no good. And rebounding the basketball, Jasmine Forte. Forte to Shakaya Hill. Hill, got to try to get to Jasmine Boyd, let her too much. Penniman goes up for the shot, up, no good. Ball tipped. Shakaya Hill with the basketball. Now to Cameron London. Cameron London drives.
Did she touch you? No.
Jump ball, possession Grambling.
No. Did you make it? No.
Even the official turned around and
I was going to say, even the official can't help it.
And all he could do was just put his hands up and say, well.
Jaira Diesel, let's get it, Jaira. Get in the game, Jaira Diesel. Don't touch him, Jordan. Don't touch him. Yeah. Come on, Damo. What you got? Roll, bounce.
Takara Parsons with the basketball. Oh, and Takara Parsons threw the basketball away. Williams recovers for Prairie View. Now Penniman with the basketball. Good decision making there by Toole. Toole, the senior from Shreveport. Matter of fact, Toole, her folks are here today, and Shakala Hill takes the ball from Penniman. Shakala Hill all the way in for the bucket.
We've seen a lot of that all by her lonesome off a steal. She now has
15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. Penniman for 3, up no good. Tour with the shot, up and no good. Ball tipped out of the hands of one of the Prairie View players, and Penniman with the basketball, and they'll call double dribbling, Grambling basketball. We told you about Chelsea Toole, the 5'7" senior from Shreveport. She actually transferred from ULM coming into this ball game. Parents, or I should say her relatives here at the ball game here today, driving over from the Shreveport area. And the world-famous Tiger Marching Band now in the house. 45-42. Washington in the ball game for the Grambling Tigers.
Willis said she got 10 points. Let's go, Aaron Willis. Let's see what you got.
Willis now in the ball game for the Prairie View A&M. Nice bounce pass to Ariel Williams. She goes up for the shot, no good, but a foul coming up. A little bit hard off the window. And that foul is going to be on Lanique Neely, I believe, from Madisonville, Texas.
That's her first.
First free throw is up and good.
I'm just saying Lanique came for short, all right?
Both free throws up and good.
Grambling now 3 for 5 from the free throw line.
Neely, now to Willis, getting it across the half-court line to Newman. Three-pointer up, no good. Cobb couldn't get the rebound. Oh, and it goes out of bounds off of Prairie View back to Grambling as Forte trying to get the ball down the floor and putting her hands up and knocking the ball out was Newman, and that was probably good because she had a streaking player down the floor.
Absolutely. Your Prairie View, you're going to have to take that one.
I like that Kawhi Leonard thing you got going on.
Ariel Williams with the basketball, still with that right shoulder wrapped tightly. Forte loses the ball out of bounds, and it goes back to Prairie View. That was just a weird turnover there by Forte.
Yeah, that one was just unfortunate.
Tolbert with the basketball. Now on to Willis. Willis defended by Williams. Willis will take the shot up and gets the shooter's roll. .141 remaining here in the third quarter. Newman now defending Shakala Hill.
That's a new man on the court.
Now Ariel Williams defended by Willis. To Washington. Washington driving. Shoots it up, shot up, no good, and she is fouled hard by Cobb.
Watch out for 3-2. That's a white room right there.
47-44, Grambling on top. 127 remaining here in the third quarter.
Watching GSU TV, you see the friendly roll that happened for Prairie View.
I know Willis.
First free throw is missed for Washington.
Gotta hit those.
Jasmine Boyd now checks into the game for Skylar Hill. And Mariah Campbell checks into the game for Jaira Cobb.
One more free throw here by Washington.
Now 4 for 7 from the free throw line, Grambling is.
And a steal by Ariel Williams, and she goes out of bounds. Great defense there by A-Dub. Of course, Ariel Williams from Memphis.
Where are you pointing, Jake Crowder? We got a whole lot of them.
One of the officials over at the scores table.
Come on, Aaron Willis. Come on, Aaron Willis.
Aaron Willis with the basketball. And she gets it over to Newman. And a steal to Kara Parsons. To Ariel Williams.
Hey, shoot it.
Now to Jasmine Boyd. Now to Washington. That's going to be a 3-second violation It's going to be on Forte.
Got to be aware of where you are on the court at all times. Can't be camped in the paint for too long.
Oh, yeah, she was down in the paint.
Oh, Chelsea in the game now.
One thing they tell you, if you're a big, don't move in and out of the paint.
In and out.
On the box if you have to.
Oh, you going to stay at 0?
So she just lost her where she was on the court.
Now Willis. Get the ball to Tolbert.
Just out of the reach.
Away.
Just out of reach of Chelsea Toole.
Some playtime tonight. Come on, Chelsea. The hairband too tight. It's too far back.
Takara Parsons with a basketball. Now to Ariel Williams. Williams will drive. Oh, she should have shot it. Instead, she tried to go for a Forte. And now Prairie View with the basketball. 48-44, 28 seconds remaining here in the first half. In the third quarter, rather.
We know you, Mariah. We know you, Mariah.
Mariah Campbell, bounce pass on the inside. Shot up, good. And that time, Kiana Tolbert with the shot, the freshman from Orlando. 8 seconds remaining here in the third quarter play. Ariel Williams is fouled by Willis. That'll be a third foul.
6 seconds left in this quarter.
Gotta do better than that, Willis. What you doing, Willis? I know they taught you fundamentals way they win, Willis. Look, Willis. Get your head in the game.
Ariel Williams thought about the three. Now to Jasmine Boyd. 1 second remaining. Shot is up, no good.
They got a foul.
Is this going to be a foul as the time expired?
They're confident in yes. It's going to be a foul before the clock.
Yep, they're going to have the foul here, and it'll be charged to Prairie View. So Jasmine Boyd will hit 2 throws before we go to break here.
I think they're going to go and actually see how much time is left on the clock before.
See? Good job, Rep. Tell him. Yeah, Mariah Campbell, lead them to the bench. Mariah, you're supposed to lead your team to the bench.
And now it'll be a replay situation to see whether or not Jasmine Boyd got the shot off one, and then if she did, was there time left before was there time left after the foul?
Here's one thing that's actually a problem with that. The lights on the basket on this side are actually out, so you can't really determine very clearly or on spot when the clock hits 0 because the lights on this basket are actually down.
Yeah. Well, we'll check it out and see what's going on. Coach Freddie Murray, while there's time, he's looking at his play sheet right now as we get ready for the third quarter here. But until then, still looking at the replay to determine what happened. And as you can see right here, there was no question that she was fouled. The question is whether or not the foul happened after the buzzer or before the buzzer. And as you said, Donovan, if the light was working, we'd be able to see that, but it was not working. And maybe we get a better look here at you. Oh, just went away. We're looking at the replay there to see whether or not that the shot clock or the game clock, and this one it's hard to tell from this angle, obviously because the clock, can't see the clock there. So we need to see the replay with the clock in the background. .46 our score as third quarter just about expired, and right now they're still getting the replay together. Coming up next week, the Grambling Tigers will take on Jackson State. The game is in Jackson, always an interesting place, and this is if you're watching GSU TV, the best angle at it. Yes, she was definitely fouled before the clock hit 0.
I feel like they're going to put about 0.3, maybe 0.4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. She was definitely fouled before the shot went up. The question is, how much time are they going to put up? Would you say 0.4?
I said about 0.4.
Yep, I think you're about right.
Now if I could just guess the lottery numbers.
Yeah, you guess a lot of numbers, man. We all gonna be rich. So Prairie View will have time to basically catch and shoot is all they'll be able to do. I believe tonight is Greek and non-Greek night, if I'm not mistaken.
I got my shirt on for a reason, so yeah.
Okay.
Trying to stay in my seat though.
Yeah, you got to just sit down there, brother. Don't get too excited.
I got a few years left in undergrad. I can enjoy myself.
Free throw is up and good by Jasmine Boyd.
Not only that, today is actually the Founders Day for the United African American Men. So happy Founders Day to all them gentlemen as well. Second one is up and good. 4-point game now.
And they don't have time to do anything here. So both free throws are good by Jasmine Boyd. End of the third quarter. Grambling Lady Tigers are on top of Prairie View 50-46. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. The lady in the glasses is sitting behind the PA announcer. So you see the guy in the glasses that's looking down? Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling Lady Tigers on top of Prairie View 50-46. They're trying to sweep the Texas two-step here this weekend. And, you know, if they can get this victory here, one of the biggest things that can happen here then for the Lady Tigers, if they can get this victory, is that they will actually have the opportunity now to go into this game against Jackson kind of on top of the conference.
First things first, got to handle business.
I know what you've been to do, Willis. We trying to know what you've been to do, Willis.
Got to beat Prairie View, and this is the fourth quarter.
Come on, Kiana. You ain't going to make that.
Kiana goes up for the shot. That's going to be a foul coming up against Grambling.
Nope, they called it a charge.
Oh, they are going to call a charge.
See the replay right here. Shakila Hill in perfect position to take a charge.
And so for Kiana Tolbert, that'll be her first personal. She had 5 points. Looking at Shakila Hill, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 assists. Full night for her.
Shakila Hill got open. Can't knock down a 3.
Washington going back up for the shot, just a little bit too hard, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Prairie View, back to Grambling. Passes a little bit too hard. And now coming into the ball game for Prairie View A&M University is Sierra Shepard.
Communicate. You gotta say, Mariah, I'm passing the ball. Kiana, come catch the
Prairie View ends up with the ball. Going back the other way.
Shot is up and no good by Willis, off the mark, and Jasmine Boyd coming away with the rebound.
Put that work on the Jazz. Come on, Aaron. What you got, Aaron Willis? I hope you like jazz music because you're going to cook.
Right now, Toole defending Shakila Hill, and really that's a good matchup. Shot up and good by Jasmine Forte.
That's exactly what they're going to need from Forte, being able to work the inside and get buckets right there.
Shot up and no good.
Foul coming up against Forte.
Williams will go to the line.
That's going to be her first.
Campbell shooting 55% from the free throw line this season. First one up and a little bit off. And the fans letting her know about it.
Absolutely.
And she hits the second free throw.
There go Diesel.
And Cobb checks into the game for her. And also Dobbins is going to come into the game now. She's going to come in for, that's number 22, Tool. Looks like she's going to be on Jasmine Forte duty.
Dobbins leading the team in scoring for Prairie View, averaging over 15 points a ball game. Ford averaging 11.
Dobbins, though, has only been held to 1 for 6 for right now.
Washington with the basketball. Now to Shakala Hill.
Let's go.
Shot clock violation.
It's going to go to Prairie View now.
Come on, stay back. See? We got the roll bounce system. Roll bounce system. That's how you get full generals, yeah? Talk your talk.
As a team, Prairie View averaging 67 points a ball game.
All the diesel. All the diesel. That's a be careful, Chicago. That's diesel right there. Oh, that's the diesel.
Cobb, one-on-one with Forte, and Washington steals the basketball.
One-on-one.
One-on-one with Dobbins. The shot is up. Good.
And the harm.
Now, if you're Willis, you do not want to make that foul. You kind of let her go.
That was actually, the foul was actually on Dobbins, I believe. It's going to be her second.
Dobbins, that's right. The leading scorer on this team, averaging 15 points a ball game.
Only has 4 points.
You ever watch Straight Salah? Put me on the bench, coach. I'm tired of this. Coach. Quiet. I don't even know who they are, coach.
Cobb nearly losing the basketball. She lost it. Shakala Hill took it from her. And Jasmine Boyd for 3, up no good. And look at Shakala Hill with a rebound. A steal and 2 rebounds just in that possession.
Skylar Hill always around the ball at all times.
Skylar Hill gets the ball and falling asleep was Newman. Skylar Hill goes up for the shot, no good. Forte with the ball. She goes up for the shot, no good, and she's fouled. 54-47, Grambling up by 7, 7:13 remaining in the contest. Forte was fouled, it looks like by Cobb. No, they're going to give the foul to Keasia Williams. First free throw up and good. One more free throw.
Yancey now comes into the game for Grambling for Washington.
And for Prairie View A&M University, Mariah Campbell comes in.
She comes back in for Cobb.
What you doing? Keasia. I just want to know why they ain't even here. We're China.
Forte missed that one. Near steal there by Grambling. Dobbins gets it out. Long shot up, no good. Rebound and the putback is good by Williams.
Williams, nobody put a body on her, and she's able to get that rebound easy and put it right back in the hole.
She has 10 points.
Skylar Hill to Jasmine Forte, and that's good.
57-49. Dobbins goes up, she's fouled.
She saw that shot and said, ah!
Forte has 7 points. There is a timeout on the floor. And let's see if this is going to be a full timeout. It is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Men's basketball game coming up after our game here, and men's team coming off of a heartbreaking loss to Prairie View A&M or to Texas Southern University, and here's how hard that was. They go up and beat Texas Southern by a point. They lose to Texas Southern at home by a point. So both teams lost at home. Both home teams lost at home by a point. It hasn't happened in over 2 decades where something like that has happened.
It's very rare, but the world of sports is an interesting thing.
Yep. I was talking to Larry Hale, a.k.a. Chatterbox, who is the play-by-play announcer, good friend. I've known him for almost 20 years, and he says he can't remember when 2 games have been so close like that and so intense, especially at the end of the ball game. He said Texas Southern lost just like that at the end at home.
Definitely heartbreakers, but you can't dwell on them for too long because there's another matchup waiting to happen. There's another game that needs to be won.
Got to have a short memory. (57-49). Grambling on top, 6:38 remaining in the game. Dobbins at the line. First one was good. Trying to cut it to 6.
Her name Mariah.
Texas, I should say Prairie View A&M 7. I should say now 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Prairie View still out rebounding Grambling 34-29, but in the paint, Grambling dominating, and shot is up and no good, and Shayla Dobbins with the rebound off of the miss. Dobbins looking, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Dobbins.
Dobbins lowered her shoulder right there in the Jasmine void.
Shayla Dobbins, of course, from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's that Tulsa. That's that Tulsa life.
Travis wanted me to get these to you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
He told me to give you these too. No, he be working people. He told me to get them to you too.
Prairie View's ball now going back down the floor. Ball thrown, intended for Dobbins, and Willis just led her too far. So now the ball goes right back to Grambling.
And the Lady Tigers up 57-51, 5:54 remaining in the ball game.
Hey, Damo, tell Charlotte I'm sending her ass home. Come on, Damo.
Skylar Hill with the basketball.
I'm right, Campbell.
Hill goes up, shot no good. Ball tipped around. And jump ball to go back to Grambling.
Kyle Hill able to just split defenders and get into the inside.
Tell him, Mariah, tell
Just
him.
needs to be able to finish, take advantage of having that spacing.
Hey, Jasmine boy better than all y'all.
Forte too
Shot
strong.
up, no good. Yeah, Forte just goes a little bit too hard off the window.
She just doesn't know her own strength, it feels like.
Oh, Willis! Dominique Newman.
Here's Newman. Getting the ball to Williams. And a steal. Oh, near steal there by Justice Coleman.
No, hell no.
Three-pointer, good. That's a big three-pointer there. 57-54 now. Shayla Dobbins.
Very big three by Dobbins.
She has 9 points now. And a foul coming up against Prairie View as Chicago Hill drove. That's going to be on Mariah Campbell. That'll be her first personal. We have immediate timeout on the floor with the score of the Grambling Lady Tigers on top 57-54, 4:41 remaining in the game. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
The official Grambling State University
app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Lady Tigers on top 57-54 after that three-pointer by Dobbins, but now Shekinah Hill was fouled, and she is at the free throw line to shoot two.
First one is good.
Super R&B Jam coming up this Friday in Bossier City. Second free throw is up and good. Featuring Tyrese, Avant, Genuine, Danelle Jones, 702, and Casey of Jodeci. If you want to win tickets and register to win, all you have to do is text the word SUPER to 318-596-9080. That's 318-596-9080. And we will draw for a winner coming up Thursday on the lab. Again, you can type your name, text your name and where you're from to 318-596-9080. Block shot. Ball goes out of bounds off of Prairie View, back to Grambling. Good defense played there by Grambling.
Excellent awareness by Yancey to be able to get in a good position and get a block. Now Grambling has possession, hopefully to extend this lead as the game winds down.
Nice pick set up by Forte for Shekinah Hill. Going right back into Forte. Shot is up, no good. She gets her own rebound, goes up for the shot, still no good. Yancey goes up and goes out of bounds off of Prairie View. Boy, I tell you what, Forte really trying to go up strong, but she's just going up a little bit too strong on that bucket.
Just going up off the window and going on the other side. 3 seconds on the shot clock now. Shekinah pulls up.
Shot no good. Rebound by Jasmine Boyd, and they got a fresh 30. 3:58 remaining in the ball game. 59-54, Grambling on top. Out of bounds, it goes back to Grambling. Again, the Super R&B concert coming up this Friday. If you want to win tickets, all you have to do is text the word SUPER to 318-596-9080 along with your name and where you're from. Got a lot of contests to tell you about coming up this evening. And shot up no good. Forte with the basketball and the foul coming up on Prairie View. But Forte really hangs on up in there.
She still holds her head up and able to stay in the thick of things down there in the paint. First free throw good for Forte.
You know what? It's amazing. You know, when you're doing things in promotions and all of that, there's a big program coming up in Monroe called Love and Laughter. It's the Mardi Gras edition featuring the Alter Ego Band. We're going to be giving away tickets to that, $50 VIP tickets. For those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Foul coming up on Grambling as Dobbins drives.
That foul's going to be against Forte, her second.
And there you see Dobbins doing a great job driving, but boy, Forte was a force. I think if she would have just stood straight up and let Dobbins just run into her, it would have been an offensive foul. Dobbins shoots very well from the free throw line, gets this free throw.
You know, we talk about this, though. Jasmine Forte is 6'3" and only a freshman, but she's only one of 2 players on this team that is above 6 feet, the other one being Madison Conley-Banks, and she's in foul trouble right now. So Jasmine Forte is definitely needing to step up her responsibilities and her duties and be able to deliver. Yeah, she may be a freshman, but she still has to come out and compete.
Prairie View 3 players over 6'2". Mariah Campbell, Cobb, and Ford. Out of bounds off of Prairie View, back to Grambling.
It looks like Jasmine Boyd still on the floor, holding her shoulder.
Just do what you can. You can't be afraid now. Don't be scared.
As the trainer's coming out now.
Tell me giving away tickets to that particular concert.
Just give it to them and run away. What is this, Mr. Black?
That's already the heavily taped shoulder that Jasmine Boyd already has that she's holding.
Yep. Yeah, Jasmine Boyd really injured down there on the floor. There's still 3:14 remaining, 60-55, and they'll afford to lose Jasmine Boyd. And 2 shoulders. Remember, you also have Ariel Williams also with a shoulder injury.
Absolutely, can't afford to have anybody be able to sit out, especially somebody with as much of a presence that's felt as Jasmine Boyd.
And Coach Freddie Murray on the sideline, trying to think up of a couple of things here. And I think Jasmine Boyd is going to come back in. She is a warrior.
I expect to see her face before this game is over with. Nancy inbounding the ball down.
Oh, and a nice defense by Dobbins. And a near steal. Looks like Ariel Williams had the basketball, and it goes back to Prairie View.
Neely for Prairie View had the wide open layup, but the ball just hit her in the chest and popped right out of her hands. Ball stays with Prairie View, though.
Here's a shot by Dobbins, 3-pointer, no good. Rebounding the putback. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Forte. Looked like she got all ball. But they call a foul on her. That's her 3rd personal.
Lanique, you ain't finna make them shots. Lanique!
First free throw up, no good.
What did I say? Jasmine Boyd checking right back into the game. She's coming in for Yancey.
Nope. You gotta get in the head. Miss again, they sending you back to that JUCO. Don't miss. She's trying to stay. She's trying to stay, y'all. I like that.
Free throw up and good, 60-56 to score.
As Campbell checks in back in for Prairie View.
One or two at the line for Lanique Neely. Ariel Williams with the basketball. Nice handoff to Forte, who gets the bucket inside. If I'm not mistaken, if she hits one more field goal, she will tie her career high with 11.
She has 10 now.
Timeout Prairie View, and they want to set some offense up here. With 2:21 remaining, 62-56 our score. And it is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Well, I'll tell you what, I think one of the things that you got to do here, if you are Grambling, is just play strong defense. Don't turn the ball over. Just play strong defense.
Don't turn over, and certainly do not foul. Last thing you want to do is send them to the free throw line.
62-56. Grambling on top with 2:21 remaining in the ball game. Prairie View basketball. Willis with the basketball, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball is up in the air, and it's going to be Grambling basketball. Nice block by Forte. Here comes Jasmine Boyd. Boyd will take it herself, going in and getting the bucket. Strong play by Forte on defense. Jasmine Boyd getting the bucket on offense. 64-56, 1:41 remaining in the ball game. And a turnover. Here comes Shekinah Hill.
Off to the races. Able to outrun everybody and get the easy layup. Now a 10-point lead for Grambling, 66-56. That layup rattles in and out for Prairie View as Shekinah Hill throws a touchdown pass.
Nice pass from Justice Coleman to Ariel Williams.
And the harm.
What a bucket there by Ariel Williams.
Hill to Coleman to Williams.
That was textbook basketball.
Completely unselfish.
Nice pass by Justice Coleman. And coming into the lineup now for Prairie View A&M, back into the lineup is Chelsea Toole. First free throw up and good.
3 the hard way.
1:05 remaining in the ball game. Willis with the basketball. Toole. Back to Newman. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Shekinah Hill with the rebound and the long pass out to Jasmine Boyd. Boyd with a shot up, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Ariel Williams.
That's going to be her first of the ball game.
Good call.
She was riding her a little bit down the sideline right here. But with 42 seconds left, you don't really need that when you're up 69-56.
13 points. We will have an interview with Coach Freddie Murray after the game. We'll take a timeout as soon as the game is over with and get ready for our post-game interview with Coach Murray.
I can't make any promises if I'm going to be here during that break, but I was...
No, you won't be here. That's fine. I know you got other things. You're going to be ratchet during the break.
Ratchet, okay.
First free throw up and good.
Parsons coming into the game now for Jasmine Forte.
3 points. Forte's really had a pretty good game here tonight.
She could have had more, but you know,
missed some opportunities. She definitely missed some opportunities.
Learning steps. Those are stepping stones.
Prairie View with the rebound after the missed free throw. 39 seconds remaining. Three-pointer partially blocked by Shekinah Hill. Timeout Grambling. Not a bad call there if you're Grambling to take that timeout so they didn't turn the ball over.
34 seconds left in the ball game now.
Lady Tigers right now on top. They're trying to close things out. It's 69-57, 34 seconds remaining here in the contest. Lady Tigers, looks like they'll move to 9 wins on the season.
If you're watching GSU TV, I'm not over there for a reason because I'm got some more responsibilities right here. Foul coming up against Prairie View. Looks like that's going to be on number 2, Jordan Pennyman.
I believe that's her first.
Yes, it is.
Well, Prairie View has scored under their team average tonight. Coleman, first free throw, good.
Grambling has now broke the 70-point mark in this game.
Don't be giving out no calls.
She's got 9.
Dribble the ball out. Have a good little ride home.
One more free throw, and she's in a double figures, second consecutive night.
Just dribble the ball out. Have a good ride home. You don't got no points, Jordan.
29 seconds remaining in the game, 71-57. Grambling nearly getting a steal. Shot is up and no good by Campbell. And on the end line is Neely, and it goes back to Grambling with 14 seconds remaining.
Told y'all y'all should have just dribbled the ball out.
Prairie View splits the road trip. Grambling, 2 important wins here. Ariel Williams, almost a push off by Ariel. Got to watch that left hand. 13 seconds left, and Ariel will go to the free throw line.
Y'all just hard-headed.
Penniman with the foul. And Shekinah Hill now has 19 points.
You're hard-headed, Jordy. You're supposed to just dribble the ball out.
Maybe we don't come.
Free throw up and good by Ariel Williams.
Right. If you get the ball, listen to me close. Dribble it out. Jordan, you hard-headed.
Now with the basketball for Prairie View is Penniman. Penniman to Toole. She got the ball knocked out of her hands with 3 seconds left. And that'll do it. 73-57 the final. The Grambling Lady Tigers win the ball game and now move to 9 wins in conference play on the season, and more importantly, they stay in the top 4 for one of those slots to try to host a first-round game in the 2019 Southwestern Athletic Conference Tournament that will be coming up in Birmingham. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, we will have more from here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. We will talk to the head coach of the Grambling Lady Tigers, head coach Freddie Murray, on the other side. Double figures for Justice Coleman, Jasmine Boyd, and Shekinah Hill. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. We'll be right back.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Santoria Black here with you, along with the head coach of the Grambling State University women's basketball team, head coach Freddie Murray. And coach, big win tonight over Prairie View. Between Grambling and Prairie View and Alabama State, you guys are logjam right there. Now you got another game kind of ahead of everybody.
Oh yeah. We understand where we are right now, the sense of urgency as far as the last 5 or 6 games going into the playoffs. Started off slow throughout the year, but I think we started to peak at the right time. And the girls are playing well, and I'm real happy with that. We're playing on both ends of the floor.
You look at this ball game, and at first, Prairie View had the rebounding edge, and then you kind of took over a little bit more, 43-40 on the rebounds.
Yeah, that's something that we stressed at halftime, and that we got to really do a better job on the glass. Freshman Jasmine Forte came in and played some great minutes for us and scored and got 9 rebounds. Hill, of course, got 10 rebounds. But that's where we got to win the game at. We got to win it on the glass. We got to win it at the free throw line. And then we just got to play good basketball down the stretch, and I think that's what we did tonight.
One of the areas where you won is in the paint, 46-20 in the paint, which was huge.
Yeah, that's something that you could never really say last year or the year before that, because we were so guard heavy, but we letting people know that we can play in the inside as well. And when we click it on the perimeter and in the inside post game, we're hard to stop.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, got one coming up on the road. Jackson, I believe, coming up. You kind of go home.
Oh, yeah, got to go home, play in front of the home crowd. We owe them. We lost to them here. We know the importance of that game. I think our players, I'm not going to have to say much about that game, and they're going to come in focused and ready to play. Just got one game this week, so our sights are set on playing some great basketball going into March. So expect us to come out and give JSU everything that we got.
All right, final score. 73-57 coming up Wednesday, coach's show on the lab, 12 noon. We'll see you then.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure.
All right, that'll do it. Our final score is 73-57. The Grambling Lady Tigers win it. We will see you in just a little bit on GSU TV and, of course, on Sports Talk 97.7 as the men get ready to hit the floor in about 25 minutes. Until next time, always remember, one nation, one people, peace. What's up, Fred? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Good.